I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible. See, sometimes we can't say, I can do that. But what we can say, that it's possible that I can have my dream as we run toward it, as we work on it day in and day out. I do not believe that any of us have dreams that were not given to us for the purpose of accomplishing those particular dreams.
I'm gonna start this video with a quote, and it's one of my favorites, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. You are molding your tomorrow based on what you do today. You can determine what your future holds based on how much time and energy you spend working on yourself now. Find out what it is you want and go after it as if your life depends on it. Why? Because it does. Les Brown. I think that's a pretty good way to set the tempo for today, because ever since I released my Snapchat a day and a half ago, this has been one of the most common questions I have gotten. Today, I want to talk about what it means to be successful. And before we get into this, I just want to say, I am really young, and I am nowhere near where I'm going to be in 10 years. What I'm saying is, I'm not putting myself on a pedestal. I'm really young and I know that. I'm learning every day and I'm learning so much stuff. So what I'm saying is stuff that I have learned from at such a young age. I am so fortunate enough in my mind to have mastered and to practice every single day. Whether you want to laugh at what I'm saying or agree with it and take something from it, that's up to you, but just know what I'm saying is all opinionated and it's what has worked for me. So take it as you want. One of the worst questions that you can ask somebody is, what do you do for a living? Like, how can I be where you are when I'm that age? What can I do that you did that's gonna get me to be at this level in life? And I think that's one of the worst questions you could ever ask someone. That is because everybody is different. What that person does as their job, or what they did for their life, what they did as their career, happened because of the skill sets that they have and their personality and their motives and their mindset, which is completely different from what yours is gonna be. Just because I am doing X, Y, and Z doesn't mean that to be as successful as me or to be like me, that doesn't mean that you have to do the same exact thing. You have to find something in your life that you love, that it's your absolute favorite thing to do. And when you find that, just do that as much as you can and try to make a living out of it. I think people go through life trying to think like, okay, well, this guy's a doctor and he makes this much money. For me to make that much money, I'm gonna be a doctor. And they might make that decision whether they even know anything about medicine or if they have any passion in it, I don't know, but that's the absolute wrong mindset to go about. You need to find what you love and you need to capitalize on it and just do it mindlessly. And I promise you something will come out of it. It's kind of what they say, you throw the ball up, something's gonna come down. If you put a lot of work into something, at some point something's gonna come out of it. Just think about that for a second. For me personally, I've always thought about, what can I do to make myself happy tomorrow? Does that make sense? Let me put this in perspective. Let's say you live your life every day saying, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, and then it comes to that day and you don't do it. Or let's say you're doing something, you don't give it your 100%, you give it your 85%. You still did it, but you didn't do it all the way. Now imagine you doing that for a year. Now, a year has gone by and you're like, wow, I'm pretty satisfied with where I am. But now think about, what if you did that every day, but instead of giving that 85%, you gave 100%? Imagine where you would be. What goes up must come down. One of my favorite quotes is, he who says he can and he who says he can't are usually both right. And I have found that to be the golden rule of my years of living. And like I said, I'm not trying to be a successful speaker and I'm not trying to be motivated or any of that bullshit. I'm just saying, a lot of you guys ask me this. How do I be successful? How do I get to where you're at? Don't worry about how I got there. You need to find it for yourself, and you're gonna find it through exactly what I just told you. And like I said, you could be watching this and you could be laughing, thinking he's so young, he's such an idiot. But what I think, what I try to think of it is, I'm this young and I have already gotten this under my belt. The past year I've learned this and I've been practicing it every single day, and it's got me really fucking far in my opinion. That's pretty amazing. Now imagine if you started thinking every day like I am. Imagine where you're gonna be in a year. That's all I gotta say. Sorry this was a little bit heavy, but hey, sometimes you gotta switch it up a little bit, and that's what it was today. So, thanks for watching, guys, and as always, peace out. Just do it! Motivation is contagious. Hang out with those who inspire you and strive not to be like them, but only a better version of yourself. You will learn that there is a difference between alone and lonely. Life isn't always easy, but that's the beauty of it. You will learn how to be truly happy, and as much as you don't